Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to do question number 15. Here is the question. Rustom Limited of Valsad issued 2,40,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupees 70 per share. Amount called up per share was as under. Rupees 38 on application, including premium of rupees 35, rupees 28 on allotment, including premium of rupees 25, then rupees 14 on final call, including premium of rupees 10. All the sums due were duly received except money due on allotment and final call on 2,000 shares held by Jahangir. After carrying out necessary formalities, company forfeited Jahangir's shares. These shares were reissued to Joseph at 40% premium as fully paid up. Past journal entries for above transactions in the books of company. So here our first journal entry would be bank account will be debited by rupees 91,20,000, that is 2,40,000 at the rate of rupees 38. And equity share application account will be credited. Then second journal entry, when this amount will be transferred to equity share capital account and premium amount will be transferred to security premium account. So let us see. Here equity share application account will be debited by rupees 91,20,000 and equity share capital account will be credited by rupees 7,20,000, that is 2,40,000 shares multiplied by 3, that is the rate at the time of application excluding premium. The rate including premium was rupees 38 per share, and if we exclude premium, then at the time of application the rate was rupees 3. So 2,40,000 shares multiplied by 3, that comes to 7,20,000. And the amount of premium that company received will be transferred to separate account, that is security premium account. So security premium account will be credited by rupees 84 lakh, that is 2,40,000 shares multiplied by rupees 35, that is the rate of premium at the time of application. Now a third journal entry would be for the amount due on shares allotted. So here equity share allotment account will be debited by rupees 67,20,000, that is 2,40,000 shares multiplied by rupees 28, that is the rate at the time of allotment. And equity share capital account will be credited by rupees 7,20,000, that is 2,40,000 multiplied by 3, that is the rate excluding premium at the time of allotment. Then security premium account will be credited by rupees 60 lakh, that is 2,40,000 shares multiplied by rupees 25. Rupees 25 is the rate at the rate of premium at the time of allotment. Now let us see next journal entry. Journal entry at the time of receipt of the amount at the time of allotment. So at this stage, company did not receive the amount for all the shares issued by the company. Here, one shareholder named Jahangir who was holding 2,000 shares, could not pay the amount at the time of allotment and final call money. So that means here company received the amount for only 2,38,000 shares. That means company issued allotted 2,40,000 shares, and out of that company received the amount for 2,38,000 shares. That means 2,40,000 minus 2,000. That comes to 2,38,000. So 2,38,000 will be multiplied by rupees 28. That is the rate at the time of allotment. So 2,38,000 shares at the rate of rupees 28. That comes to 66,64,000. Then the amount which is not received by the company will be debited to calls in arrears account. That is 56,000. That we get by multiplying 2,000 shares multiplied by 28. So that comes to 56,000. And equity share allotment account will be credited by rupees 67,20,000. Now next entry. Our next entry would be for the amount due on shares for final call on allotted shares. At the time of final call, the price per share was rupees 14, including premium. So here, equity share final call account will be debited by rupees 33,60,000, and if company gets all the amount, then it will be transferred to equity share capital account, and premium amount will be transferred to security premium account. So equity share capital account will be credited by rupees 9,60,000, that is 2,40,000 multiplied by rupees 4, that is the rate excluding premium. At that time, rate was rupees 14, but it was including premium. That is, at that time, premium rate of premium was rupees 10. That means rate excluding premium was rupees 4 at the time of final call. So 2,40,000 will be multiplied by rupees 4, and it will be transferred to equity share capital account. And for the premium amount received by the company at this stage will be transferred to security premium account. So 2,40,000 multiplied by rupees 10, that is the rate, that is the price of premium per share. So that comes to 24 lakh. Now next entry would be for receipt of the amount on final call. Here again, company has received amount for 2,38,000 shares, as the shareholder Jahangir could not pay the amount for the shares which he was holding, that is 2,000 shares. So company received the amount for 2,38,000 shares. So 2,38,000 shares multiplied by 14, that comes to 33,32,000. And the amount which is not received by the company will be debited to calls in arrears account, that is 2,000 multiplied by 14. So that comes to 28,000. So calls in arrears account will be debited by rupees 28,000, and equity share final call account will be credited by rupees 33,60,000. So here you can see that the amount which is received by the company will be debited to bank account, and the amount which is not received by the company will be debited to calls in arrears account. Now it is given in the question that after carrying out necessary formalities, company forfeited Jahangir's shares. So our next entry would be for the forfeiture of shares. Here, equity share capital account will be debited by the amount called up less premium, that is 20,000. That comes by multiplying 2,000 shares, the shares which have been forfeited, that is 2,000 shares, multiply by called up value, that is rupees 10. Then security premium account will be debited by the premium amount called up but not received. That is, at the time of allotment, the amount per share, the amount of premium per share was rupees 25, and the amount of premium per share was rupees 10 at the time of final call. So 25 plus 10, that comes to 35. So 2,000 shares multiplied by rupees 35, that comes to 70,000. So 70,000 is the premium amount called up but not received. So it will be debited. Now share forfeiture account will be credited by the amount received so far. Here company received the amount from Jahangir for at the time of application only, and at that time the rate was rupees 3 excluding premium. So 2,000 multiplied by 3, that comes to 6,000. Now share allotment account will be credited by the amount not received on allotment, that is 2,000 shares multiplied by rupees 28, that is the price per share at the time of allotment including premium. So 2,000 multiplied by 28, that comes to 56,000. So share allotment account will be credited by rupees 56,000. Now share final call account will be credited by the amount not received on calls, and that is rupees 28,000. That is 2,000 shares multiplied by rupees 14. 14 is the price per share including premium at the time of final call. So 2,000 multiplied by rupees 14, that comes to rupees 28,000. So share final call account will be credited by rupees 28,000. Now let us see journal entry for reissue of forfeited shares. Here in the question it is given that all the forfeited shares were reissued to Joseph at 40% premium as fully paid up. That means here company is reissuing these shares at the rate of rupees 14. That is paid up value per share is rupees 10, and if we add 40% of rupees 10 is 4. So 10 plus 4, that comes to rupees 40. So here company is reissuing all these forfeited shares at rupees 40. So bank account will be debited by rupees 28,000. That is 2,000 shares multiplied by rupees 40. Now one thing you must remember, that if the forfeited shares are reissued at a price higher than that of paid up value, the excess of reissue price over paid up value is credited to securities premium reserve account. So here security premium account will be credited by rupees 8,000, that is 2,000 multiplied by rupees 4, that is 40% premium, and equity share capital account will be credited by rupees 20,000, that is 2,000 multiplied by paid up value, that is rupees 10. Now let us see last journal entry. Share forfeiture account will be debited by rupees 6,000 and capital reserve account will be credited by rupees 6,000. Remember that if the forfeited shares are reissued at par or premium, the whole of the amount forfeited on such shares is a gain of capital nature and is transferred to capital reserve account. So here, as in this question, forfeited shares are reissued at premium. So here the whole of the amount forfeited on such shares, that was rupees 6,000, is a gain of capital nature. So here whole amount will be transferred to capital reserve account. So share forfeiture account will be debited by rupees 6,000 and capital reserve account will be credited by rupees 6,000. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.